What does everybody want?
All right. Everybody come on in, pull up a chair, pop a squat, old dirty cupcake. And it's day 21. It's October 21st. And my suggestion for today, for my 31 days of Halloween horror movie recommendation, is from 2018. Hereditary. Written and directed by Ari Aster, starring Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, Alex Wolff, and Millie Shapiro. Alright, this is spoiler-free territory right here. This movie really caught me off guard. I didn't know what to expect whenever I watched it because I limited my viewing of trailers. So the only thing I really knew was Toni Collette's in it, Alex Wolff's in it, and Millie Shapiro plays a little girl that goes, and I limited anything other than that. So going into this movie, you're not really sure what's happening. You're not really sure what the dichotomy is with this family, but you know there's something strained and something weird going on. So you get to the funeral of Toni Collette's mother, and you realize that Toni Collette did not have a good relationship with her mother. Things were very distressed. Things weren't very good, and she didn't have a lot to do with her family, and she didn't know a lot of people that hung out with her family. She even says as such at the funeral. She almost gets a little bit like country fucking, who the fuck's all you people? You ain't my cousins, you ain't my mama, you don't know my mama. And she's looking at all these people at her mom's funeral and she's confused, like, who the fuck are y'all? Y'all ain't friends of mine, y'all ain't family, so why the fuck are you here? And as suspicious as that is, it kind of just goes water under the bridge. She goes on, and then the cracks in the family start to occur a little bit more between her, Toni Collette's character, and Gabriel Byrne. Gabriel Byrne plays this very stoic father who's just trying to keep it together for his family. And he's in such a weird spot that you feel bad for him, because his wife has some personality disorders. She's got some issues that come from family trauma. The children clearly have some family trauma, and he's just trying to do his best in this scenario. Toni Collette's really trying to do her best in the chaos that goes on in her world. So Alex Wolff plays the son Peter, and he's wanting to go to a party. Well, Toni Collette forces him to take Millie Shapiro, which she plays Charlie, forces him to take her to the party, and she eats a cake with nuts. She's got an allergy to nuts, so she starts having a very hard time breathing, and she doesn't have an EpiPen. She got to get her to the hospital, she needs help. So Peter gets her in the vehicle. She's freaking out in the back seat. She can't breathe. She puts the window down, and an event occurs that is the catalyst for everything else that happens in this movie. After that event, the acting done by Alex Wolff, I don't think I took a breath after that happened until Toni Collette screamed in horror when she found what she found. And Alex Wolff is just laying in bed, unblinking, cold-faced, horrified of his own actions, trying to maybe fall asleep and wake up in a world where that didn't fucking happen. But it doesn't. And Toni Collette's character just goes far off the deep end, I think, as any mother would, over the tragic loss of her daughter. And again, that's when you start to realize through Toni Collette's research and digging into her family history that the family had made a deal with King Paimon. He's a demon mentioned in the Lesser Keys of Solomon. He's one of Satan's most loyal demons, one of his most loyal generals, I guess you would say. And Paimon had been inhabiting the body of Charlie. Paimon wants to be in a male host. So who's left? Yeah, alright. So you start to see that Toni Collette's mother and all the rest of her friends and family, not only did they worship King Paimon, everything in this movie was not an accident. There is nothing out of place in this movie. There are no oops. There are no coincidences. There are no happenstances. Everything that happens in this movie is orchestrated by this cult and by the order of King Paimon himself through these people. It really goes far out into some supernatural shit that I don't think anybody was really expecting from this movie, but I absolutely loved it. I don't like the comparisons to The Exorcist. The Exorcist is its own thing, from its own time period, and it is truly horrifying. This movie is its own thing from its own time period, and it's really horrifying. And what makes this movie so horrifying, Toni Collette's performance is what makes you scared of things that are happening in this movie. Everyone's reaction to things that are happening. Gabriel Byrne, you feel bad for him. Alex Wolff, he's traumatized and nothing he does makes his mother happy. She even tells him he was an accident, and she tried to schmort him in so many ways, and it was failed. She loved Charlie, but Charlie was her grandma. Charlie was her grandma's baby, so Charlie even says in the movie, who's going to take care of me now? Nobody else loves me. Nobody else cares. Grandma's gone. Go through this movie, and the first couple scenes, you're thinking Charlie's the focal point of this movie, and you find out real fast things are weird. This family is in some fucked up shit, and you begin to really feel bad for them. This movie, it's above and beyond what I expected it to be, and I think that's why it really hit me the way it did. And again, Toni Collette, magic in this movie. How she didn't win awards for this is beyond me. Y'all really missed something there. Check this movie out if you haven't. And if you have, watch it again. Watch it again and pay attention to all the little shit in the background. Watch it again and pay close attention to the minis that Toni Collette's character makes. Watch it again and pay close attention to things that flash on the screen. Watch it again and pay attention to all the nuance of this movie. The nuance and the storytelling and the progression of events in this movie is what makes it a 10, as well as Toni Collette's performance. Y'all have no idea if you haven't seen this movie. And if you check it out and you don't like it, I'm sorry. Maybe find something else on my list you like. But this movie was fucking great. Y'all get out there and watch this movie. Turn it on right now. Right now. Cut it on right now. It's Hereditary from 2018. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Another 10. Another perfect 10. 10! Another perfect 10. Y'all have a wonderful October and a wonderful Halloween.